What's happening, people?
Hello.
Welcome all, welcome one, welcome all to Bull Spit. This is the podcast where we talk a lot of bull spit,
Oof, especially lately.
especially lately about them Bulls, your Chicago Bulls. I am Emilio Bucks.
I am Kristen Stats.
What's going on, Kristen?
Nothing's getting into the holiday spirit.
Oh, that's very good.
Yes,
Very
yeah.
good.
So gotta
Yeah.
have something. What's going on with you?
Nothing much. Just more of the same work and getting ready for the holidays. You have another birthday, another year has passed me by. I've lived in it, but
Another year has
you've,
passed. Ah,
yeah. So that's about it. So let's just get right to it, I suppose. Bulls. Oh wow. You know, there was this glimmer of hope. We knew it was fool's gold.
right, right, right.
We knew it was fool's gold when they rattle off five, went 5-0. Was it 5-0
Right.
or 6-0?
Five, yeah, yeah. And then 6-1.
6-1.
What's that light? It's so bright back there.
So we knew it was fool's gold, but we thought it might be a little bit more sustainable longer than it has been.
Mm-hmm.
Um, I didn't think it would go to shit so
Ooh,
quick,
and so bad.
so bad, so fast.
And then the injuries, like that's so many people
So
are out.
yeah, so here we are. We sit at 9-12. We're third in the Central. Currently, if the playoffs were to start now, we would not have even a
Ooh,
playing spot.
what? We're even out of playing? Now that's bad.
We're even out of playing. Yeah, so that's about the size of it. Bulls have come back to they've crash landed hard. And let's talk a little bit about why. And I guess you just brushed on it. The first thing is injuries.
Yeah. Let's see who's out. Well, what's his name? Zach Collins. He might be close, but who was out yesterday? It was Zach Collins, Isaac Coro, Kobe White, oh my goodness,
Herder,
Herder.
Ray
That no,
Jones,
and then Noah.
Noah Asinge, who is out for the rest of the season now
Season. Whoa.
with an shoulder injury that is going to require surgery. Now that's your first round pick. Now gone and we're barely cracking December. And he's gone already for the year. So pretty much a whole year's worth of development.
Oh my
He's
gosh.
gonna be behind now. Coming
So,
into next year, he's gonna be like still a rookie, kind of.
and
Um,
he'll get so we're gonna have to give him the excuses we had to give Patrick Williams because now you're behind a year, and so I
well,
know they've been in the league for 6 years, but they've only played.
I think that sounds suitable for this person who plays for the Chicago Bulls. I think it's the perfect setup that we will give the Bulls organization will give him
Mhm.
multiple chances much farther than they should because of this injury, like they did with Pat Williams,
Right, and continue to.
and continue to.
We'll get to the dunking situation later. So about injury. So did I mention Jalen Smith?
We
Yeah,
forgot Jalen Smith.
Jalen
Yeah.
Smith. Okay, because he was out
Yeah,
yesterday.
because there was actually 6 rotational players out.
Out.
Noah is not a rotational
Right.
player. So yes, Jalen Smith
Jalen
was at
Smith was the other.
6th,
And
rotational player. That's important to this team,
right,
especially bench mob 3.0.
where is so okay? Noah's he's out for the year. Are others like just soft tissue? Because then I'm
Well,
blaming the training staff.
well, let's start with Kobe. What's Kobe's deal?
Getting
Like,
traded.
Is that what they're doing?
Like,
Saying,
hold on. We can't re-aggravate anything, okay?
yeah.
You might get us something in return. You came
So
back, you
is that
told you,
where we are with it?
I
We're
don't know.
extra cautious with Kobe
Well,
because he is trade bait.
wouldn't you? I would
Yeah,
be.
yeah,
He's probably actually hurt, but he may have been the type like, oh, I can try to play through it or whatever. They're like,
right.
nope,
But they're like, nah, we need
you're not
you.
gonna get hurt right before someone's ready to pull the trigger because you
Yeah,
won't just be hurt for 2 weeks. The luck of this city, you're gonna be hurt out for the year, and now you're gone from the
now you're
Bulls.
worthless, and then you leave in the off season because the Bulls won't resign you
Exactly.
for nothing.
And when some people were saying when they were good, and people like kept counting that they'll continue to be good with Kobe and Vooch, but unless you're resigning either of those guys, you have to trade them. And I
Absolutely.
can't see them resigning them. And honestly, I can't see them wanting to stay, even Kobe, because
Yeah,
his good years, his prime or whatever, not even maybe his prime, but his good years that he has will be wasted. And so by the time something good is happening here, he'll be, all broken down. So
it'll be an afterthought
yeah.
if
So,
something good ever happens here.
oh, okay, yeah, true. Okay,
Yeah,
I guess I meant like, maybe fourth, fifth seed.
yeah. I mean, yeah, that's what I meant too.
Oh, dang, you think they'll get.
Like
Wait a minute. Last time we met, was it just Hassan who had them winning? I know he had them winning 50 games.
he had them winning 50 games and I think number 7 seed,
Okay. Okay.
which is I mean, which it's December 4th. Like nobody can say who's going to be in what
What
place right
seed, but I
now.
don't think they're winning 50 games. No, I thought
No, no,
I thought one of us said that they would be like the fourth or fifth seed. It may have been me. I just can't remember. I
no.
thought
I
one of us said that,
definitely didn't
but
think they'd be a 4th or 5th
yeah,
seed,
I
but
know. I barely think they'll get play in, but um. So okay, what is? I should have looked this up. I don't. I know Zach Collins is getting closer to coming back. Kobe, it's the same thing he's been out with, or is it something new?
it's the calf.
Okay, so yeah,
So
you don't
it's
want to
still the
push it
calf. So
because
you can't rush that back.
mm,
Questionable for Friday at the Pacers. I would doubt that he plays at this point.
I wouldn't even play.
Zach Collins, like the wrist is a possible for Friday. Jalen Smith with the hamstring is listed as doubtful for Friday's game. I'm ready for Gary. Hey Gary, it's a new calf injury.
Oh
Oh
my
my
god!
god, that's awful. It's even
See, they
worse
got
than
to
I
fit him
thought.
in. Yeah, they got it because if they want anything, and now maybe they're thinking, well, we keep him, we can keep him cheaper, but not necessarily. He already did a hometown discount type thing.
Yeah,
A new calf injury, so
that's not good.
no.
Isaac Okoro doubtful with some back issues.
Mm.
Kevin Herter also out hamstring, will miss at least 1 week before he's reevaluated.
See,
So we're looking at a couple weeks before we get Kevin Herter. And this was a problem that has followed Kevin Herter. He's had some injuries in Sacramento, and then where was he before that? In San Antonio. I think he's had some issues with injuries. So who's San Antonio?
So
And
yeah,
then we discussed Noah Asingé, who is out
mhm.
for the season.
So it sounds like a lot of soft tissue type injuries, strains, sprains, muscles, tendons.
Yeah.
Time to reevaluate that training staff. and it
Yeah,
was
okay. Was he in Atlanta, and then Sacramento? Thinking
okay.
about Kevin Herter.
I missed Gary's. What was the comment before that? He went
I'm
to,
sorry. It was a
and it
Billy
was different
instead.
from before. Oh, okay. All right, Gary, we got the name. You are
Thank
an
you, Gary.
investigative
You got
reporter.
the insider
Right.
information. Thank you,
Right. We're gonna throw it to Gary for our insider news.
man.
So
Let's see.
what are you looking up?
I'm looking at Kevin Herter.
Where he was before.
Yeah.
So
But anyways, it's not really that important.
I
Injuries, all part of the game. But I mean, this amount of injuries, it's like, you take 6 guys out of your top 10 players, 10, 11 players. I mean, you're going to lose some games. I don't care who you are. You're going to lose some games. And that's what we're seeing now. So,
oh
in spite of this slide, there is still hope that they can get healthy and go back and come back and actually win a few games, a third or
well there
so.
went okay. Here's the question I have.
Yes.
So okay, they have a lot of strains, muscle tendons, and things like that. So how much is that going to impact Billy Ball? Because they want to play fast, they want to make cuts, and if these guys, if this, because a lot of times once you have these, it becomes like a kind of a problem the whole year. So how is that? I think that fast pace, isn't that going to impact some of it as well?
I think so, but then I think Billy's probably going to be on some kind of just next man up, and like who's ever able to run will run. If Dalen can run, he'll get some run. If Kobe can run, he'll get some run. But I don't know. That's a good question. I don't know
Like,
how
because
we'll
what I mean
go with
is
that.
like, what I mean is that with this style of play, being out 3 to 4 guys might become a regular thing. So hey,
Hey,
Plunks.
Deb.
So they better get their next man up ready, because I think this is going to be a problem with those same guys you just mentioned. Herter, it's been a problem. Kobe, well, we don't know how long he'll be here, but there's been a lot of hamstring strains and things like that on the team. So
Trey Jones seems to have a lot of injuries.
yes, he seems to be in and out quite frequently.
Yeah, with a bum ankle.
So I guess that's a good thing that they have like 8-6-5 guys. They can all, that's next man up. I see Julian Phillips is getting a lot more play now with all the injuries. Some of the new guys. So yeah, I mean, you hope that they come back from the injuries, and because this is no longer fun. Remember, we kept talking about, oh, they're fun to watch.
Man, that seemed like months ago, and that was just like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago.
I mean, when they were 6-1, look how long it's taken them to get to 9 wins. It took them forever to just get 3 more wins.
And yeah.
And there's more to come. Like they said on the broadcast, they're the 6th youngest team. A lot of them try hard, but they're just not good.
Just not talented enough.
Yeah, the talented ones don't always try hard. So it's just, yeah.
We're in a bad spot here. We're in a bad spot.
Again, as usual.
Yes, AK never did get another big man. I guess he was kind of counting on what he did last year with Zach Collins, who isn't really that big either.
And they're none of them are rim protectors. So you're right here.
No, they did not get a rim protector.
No.
And we haven't had a rim protector since
Joe.
Oh man, it's Joe?
Well, who was after Joe? See, all you can remember is Joe. And then you had some cast of characters with Zach when he got here because Joe
Then they got
and
Vooch soon
right,
after.
then you got Vooch, who isn't a rim protector.
Right.
He's a
It's a
big
big
guy. He
guy.
can play down low. Then they had not Draymond Green,
Oh
Andre
yeah,
Drummond.
Andre Drummond.
Yeah.
We had
But
Drummond. That's right.
so, but like a pure rim protector, like even some of what you saw yesterday, how those guys were protecting the rim, like constant blocker.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess Drummond, but between Drummond after before Drummond, really, I guess it had to have been Joe.
I think we're forgetting
Who was
about
after Joe?
somebody.
That
But
just
like
tells you how good they were.
who was Boylan center? Like I don't
Well,
remember.
What was Wendell Carter Jr.? What position was he supposed to be playing?
Thought he was a four, but
Oh, because it would have been someone around there.
yeah, this is all pretty bad.
So AK, I don't know however long he's been here, Gary. You're right. He has failed to get that person. He's failed to really get a lot of rebounding.
Period.
I mean, Josh Giddey does well. Vooch does well. And then it's really suspect after that.
Well, we can't forget Cristiano Felicia.
Yeah, Felicia.
We
I
have
did forget about it. Oh, wait, no, that was with Derek. Yeah. Cristiano.
Oh, we had Daniel Gafford.
Oh, yeah, okay. I did forget about him. Well, he didn't really become good till he left.
Till he left. But I mean, I'm just saying we had him.
Yeah, we had him. I just don't. The reason why we don't remember him because I don't think he did his.
He wasn't. No, he wasn't.
Like, so
What
it
he
was.
became.
I think he was here with Wendell Carter because I think then they all get kind of traded around the same time.
I don't know. Maybe I'm looking at the 2020 roster. There was no Wendell Carter on this roster. I don't think.
Never mind.
But
that's a shame that
what up, Crooked Commish?
It's a shame. We could probably name all the guards and even most of the forwards that have been here.
Yeah, that's
that center role.
Billy making you see red again. Yeah.
He's probably in line for no, he can't. Because he only jumps like 2 inches, if that.
Yeah. And he only uses like one hand at a time. He doesn't.
Billy is probably going to get another secret extension.
Who was traded for Vooch? Was that Wendell Carter? Yeah, that was Wendell Carter. Yeah, traded for Vooch. Yeah, that's right.
So he was okay.
That's right.
Yeah. And then a lot of people still talk about that trade, how much the Bulls missed out. But I mean, like, really, what have the Orlando Magic really done much better?
No, they've underachieved as well.
Yeah. So for what Vooch was, it's better than Wendell Carter because Wendell Carter developed, and he really just plays well against the Bulls consistently.
Yeah. He's a Bulls killer.
Yes, he is. And everyone's like, see, he should have kept him. Okay, he would not be doing this here. He didn't even really get a chance to develop here because at that time they wanted to start to win. So they weren't going to give him a chance to develop.
So does this team even have an identity anymore? At one point, it seems like they started to develop an identity just really because of that bench. The bench developed an identity, as Stacey was calling them bench mob 3.0. But they are not bench mob 3.0. They are not that.
Yeah, no.
So do they have an identity now? I mean, we talk about Billy Ball and the fast pace. How long before they fall out of the top of, of the standings as far as having the fastest pace
Mm.
with all these injuries. You think?
Injuries. Yeah. One of the what they want their identity to be is fast pace and defense. They played. I mean, no teams really played that great of defense, so I understand that. But the Bulls, out of was it 48 minutes or whatever, the Bulls sometimes play defense for 10 minutes, maybe. And then that's when if they're down, that's when they'll make their run. But then they're not a consistent team on anything. So no, they're searching for their identity. They thought their identity at the beginning of the year was the bench mob, which was like they coming in there and shutting down, or if need be, taking over, which is what the other bench mobs did. Everyone was more engaged in the beginning, so that was part of their identity. And because they talked about the closeness and all that and brotherhood, well, okay, everyone's not that close. And nothing's
hates
fun.
Everybody.
Right, Vooch is like, if y'all, these damn young kids, because they're silly. And I guess, sometimes he wants to be silly, but he clearly takes his interview seriously.
Yes. He got pissed when they were being silly during his interview.
Yes. And then I think they kept like pushing him and punching him. And maybe he's like, I am sore. So that probably, they probably had a discussion about that, being embarrassed or whatever. And then Vooch saying what he said, and then Billy Donovan, and even Stacey made a comment about that's just stay in the locker room and blah blah blah. So clearly things aren't as fun, which it isn't when you start losing.
When you start losing.
So I said a lot again to not say much, but I'm thinking that their identity, they don't have it. They know what it's supposed to be, but they haven't been able to consistently.
Yeah, they had it for about 5 minutes, the first 5 minutes of the season. They had the identity, the Billy Ball identity. They had the fast pace, everybody touches the ball type of very unselfish type of play. But then, what happens when that style fails you? You need somebody to win you a game. And they just don't quite have that.
Josh Giddey wants to be it, but it's not there yet.
Right. He's not going to get the calls late in the game. It's just, it is what it is. So here we are stuck trying to play Billy's style of play, but once again, don't have the horses to fit into the coach's scheme, because Lord knows the coach is the most important person out there. He's more important than the players.
Oh my gosh,
his scheme is what matters, not.
This is like Bears football and
not making a scheme based on your player. Yeah. So here we go.
Here we go with that again.
Yeah.
That is so true, Emilio. Like, you don't have the players. Once your bench went down, you don't have that identity anymore. And if you have players who are better at something else, I know 3 is the way to go and volume and all that, but okay, you have more misses than you have makes on that team.
You need to score points, points.
Yes. And if it is going back to old school, because then you'll keep bringing the defense in if you keep going in there, and then someone will be loose for a 3-point play. Shot.
Get some uncontested threes. Okay.
Yes.
Fine. But you need to develop some sort of inside out game, and just Giddey going to the rim and getting both feet off the ground and not knowing what to do with the ball. We saw way too much of that this past couple of games.
Yeah.
And then he just doesn't have the shooters. Now you're relying on, a guy like Dalen Terry to knock down shots for you. Like, well, you're in trouble.
If that's what you have to count on.
If that's what you have to count on, you're in trouble.
A lot of trouble. Of trouble.
Nothing against Dalen Terry, but
he's not coach. He's not Herder.
No, he's not Buzelis.
Yeah, he's not Jalen Smith. Like, he's not others that you trust.
There's no sense of trust when he takes a jumper.
It's like, no.
Yes. Yeah, I mean, he's not even Io with the jumper.
No, there we go.
Yeah. So, and then I have to keep looking at who's this new center that they called up?
Oh, that's not the no.
Lachlan Albrecht, like with the mustache, like
Yeah, that is what I was thinking of. I couldn't think of his name.
you gotta watch him try to take threes now, and it's like, oh man, come on.
So
This guy
okay.
isn't even NBA ready. Yeah,
No.
and you got him out there.
All right, so we've been talking about playing Billy Ball. What part do you think he plays in what's happening right now?
Well, actually, I don't think he plays that much of a part. I just think he's down a lot of guys. You know what I mean? Like, 6 of your main guys, your rotational guys out, like, and I don't make any excuses for Billy. You know what I mean? But I don't think he has a ton. I don't think he should take a ton of the blame for this crash landing. They gave him the keys and told him to do what he wanted to do. So, like, I don't blame him for still trying to run things his way. And it was working for a few minutes, so I won't blame him too much. What about you? What do you think about his?
I've never been a big, I've always been like, we don't need to rehash that. But I've also always admitted that what he wanted to run, even ever since he's been here, he doesn't have those players to do that. But knowing that, and he knows that every time the season starts, because he knows who he has, I do blame him for not adjusting to what he does have. Okay, the front office can't find you all those players. Well, they're all taken. So what are you as the coach going to do to now play to the strengths? Okay, you lost Lonzo Ball. Okay, after the first 3 months, what did you do to try to adjust to find a new leader to lead those three? To keep
who did you empower?
Yes, you didn't empower anyone. And then by the time you tried to give it to Kobe, well, it was too late. Everything was fractured. There was rumors about everybody, and Kobe's just not that guy anyway. So I blame him, and this is like a broken record when it comes to a lot of Chicago coaches. I blame him for not making an adjustment to his style. But this year, it's hard to make an adjustment mid-year when those other players are coming back. Now, he could easily stop counting on threes when he doesn't have all the people, but he's not going to do that. But you're right. Like, what are you going to do when most of your players are gone? And it's not like you were superb. You weren't like a superb team anyway. So you had the scratch and claw, and now you've not gotten rid of. I'm sorry. You're without some of your main characters. So
your main dogs.
He gets a pass now.
For now.
But he'll Billy it up soon.
Yeah. Yeah, he gets a pass for now. And we'll see what happens as he slowly gets his players back.
And especially when he gets who's going to be his number one player, according to all the rumors out there. When Big AD makes his way to town.
Well, I guess it's this time to make a transition over to the rumors department.
The main one.
Anthony Davis. When healthy, is better than anybody we have or have had on our team since Derrick Rose. When healthy. When is he healthy? Rarely.
In a bubble.
Rarely.
Literally.
Yeah. He did well in the bubble.
But to be healthy on the team when you're going to be the best and the best by a mile.
By a mile.
That's a lot of pressure.
That's a lot of expectation on that body.
That bad body. That's going to be
a body.
Yeah. Yep. He could have handled it with a good body, but a bad body, that means they're going to be counting on you more In the
you
clutch.
need 30 plus
Right.
minutes every night.
Yes. That's where you'll be.
And who do you give up for Mr. Anthony Davis, the Green Bay Packer fan?
Yeah, that's another reason. Like, if we go back to that trade I said, which they would never make, they can have a whole bunch of other bench people.
Yeah.
And a draft pick. No, draft pick. Yeah.
So who would you give up?
Okay, Zach
Kobe?
Collins, Kobe. No, that isn't who I gave up. Kobe went later someplace else.
We talked about this. We had our whole thing about who.
Yeah, because Kobe brought back the draft pick we're going to lose to get Anthony Davis. And then we still have Vooch with Anthony Davis on the trade that we had. I think it was like Zach Collins, Jalen Smith, Patrick Williams, a draft pick, and maybe Trey Jones or something like that.
It just anything seems like a lot for Anthony Davis.
It does. But
trading anything seems like, especially and a draft pick too. But
that's why like the Kobe brought you back a draft pick,
right?
And brought you back somebody maybe to replace one of those bench players. I don't know which one. It's still a lot and probably too much for him, but I feel as though you wouldn't strip away too much of the talent to bring him in. Because if you give away Kobe, Vooch, a draft pick, and a couple of your bench players, you stripped away 50 points, almost 40 plus points, instead of
to bring in a guy who's only going to play you're limited on how much he's going to play.
And then you would have gotten rid of maybe 10 points off of the bench. So you may have lost close to 60 points. Well, you're not getting that back with Anthony Davis. You'll be lucky if you get 25.
Damn lucky.
So if you're going to make it, you have to make it as painless as possible. You have to keep some sort of talent. Now, unless he is okay
with Giddy, that's it.
And little Boozy version.
And Boozy.
Because they say they're trying to go the route of Tyrese Halliburton and Siakam. So Josh Giddey is Tyrese, and he needs his Pascal.
Huh.
But how old is Pascal, and does he have the injury history of Anthony Davis?
No. I don't believe he does.
So getting Anthony Davis isn't, I don't know.
So Siakam is 31.
Yeah. And see, whatever Anthony Davis is, you got to add like.
Yeah, he's 32. Years. 32 going on 37.
Right. And that's 37 is generous.
Yeah. Big man. I mean, a big man, 37.
Yeah, because and then like the wear and tear on his knees. He's a big guy. Those knees, everything is pretty broken down. Yeah. So he is well past his actual age.
Yeah.
But that's the only rumor. They say that right now Dallas really isn't interested in trading a healthy Anthony Davis, but we'll see. It keeps heating up. Like they're really talking about it a lot.
Why does he want to come here?
I don't know. I'm like, do you have some sort of plan set up? Like you have to have a friend who's getting ready to talk his way over here too.
Or are you just ready to come home? Or are you ready to come play at the crib? And you got your ring and you're just kind of like, whatever.
Yeah, see,
I hate to think he's like giving up on competing. You know what I mean?
My thing is, I would have pushed my way here last year when you still had other pieces with Giddey. Like you still had Zach and Foot. Like you still had some scoring. If I want to come home and play at home and make an impact and all that kind of stuff, I'm not coming this year. No way.
So have you read this rumor, I thought this was one you were going to bring up about Giannis inquiring about the Bulls, but the Bulls
Yes,
weren't
Bull said
interested.
no. Yes, I weren't interested. I did see. I only saw the headline. I forgot almost because I was going to bring up Giannis, but I forgot about that part with Giannis. I'm just trying to figure out how they said no. Like, what did they want? Everybody? Maybe they said no because they demanded they would have to give a Boozy Vert and Josh Giddey. But then, how do we know for sure that Giannis has? But then I'm like, Giannis, you really want to come here to be bad? See, that then brings you to is there a group of players who they're conspiring to get themselves here? Because why do you want to come play with this team?
Is AD conspiring with Giannis to get here?
And Dwight Howard seems to think that Giannis is trying to get to the Lakers. Because Giannis just had a meeting with the Bucks about his future, and now he's out for a couple of weeks with a calf strain. All these calf strains. What are you athletes doing or not doing that you're having all these? Everyone has a calf strain, or is that the easiest one to fake so no one gets fined by the NBA?
Right.
Have you ever seen so many calf strains in the NBA at this point in the season?
But then I've never seen so many, like during the playoffs, so many torn ACLs and Achilles. It's really weird.
I always feel like we talked about this before, that I feel like they're wound up too tight now.
Yeah.
They're almost.
Or there's still been discussion about the shoes, the low top shoes.
Yeah, the shoes. It might be a combination of all of that. Like overly trained, you never rest your body, and then you don't have the proper support. And that's our medical review for you guys tonight.
Some shit we just made up because we don't know anything about whether any of that is true that we just said. They're wound too tight. What does that
mean? It sounds good.
It's wound too tight. You loosen up. Wouldn't strain so much. Sounds right.
When something's tighter, it doesn't take much for it to rip.
Oh man! So this is where we are with these Bulls in December, very early, but
NBA doesn't even start till Christmas.
Yeah, and really till after the Super Bowl. To be honest.
Well, so they have more of their high power games start after Christmas.
Yeah,
it starts Christmas Day. And then there'll be more and more like prime timey or supposed to be prime timey, because the NBA just in general does not seem very good.
Nah, it isn't.
It's kind of like the NFL.
And the East is still the East. Yeah.
That's why I don't know why Giannis would even want to go to the Lakers. You just build yourself a super team over there in the East.
Yeah, that seems like that's the easiest route to the finals is in the East. So why would anybody want to go and try to get through OKC and whoever the hell else is any good out there?
I'd rather just almost semi, because it never coasts, but as close to coasting through a playoffs to the championship as you can over here. Now, my team is well rested, we're healthy, and we're getting ready to face the team from the West that just got beat up by all these powerhouses.
Yeah. That's your shot anyway. That's what you know.
That's your best route to actually be in a championship series.
And then you go out, and then for Giannis, you go out and got a battle with Joker in the West. Like, what do you
I don't know. It's bright lights, I guess.
But everybody likes the idea of playing for the Lakers, I guess. Yeah. You're going to get a lot of money. You're going to get a lot of attention. You're going to get a lot of endorsements.
Maybe that's what he's ready for. He's trying to set up
trying to get up out of the small market.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So,
All right, so Bulls back in action against Indiana on Friday. Remember what happened last time they played Indiana? I think it was Siakam with the game winner. And so maybe the Bulls can get a little payback. I doubt it. I'm not picking them to win.
Right now with most of their teams still out.
Yeah, I'm not picking them to win anything. I mean, we saw them play the worst teams in the league and lose to all of them. We saw them lose to the Pelicans. We saw them lose to Charlotte. We saw them lose to Brooklyn. So I'm not picking them to beat anybody at this point.
I mean, they almost lost to Washington. And who was the
almost lost to Washington?
And there was someone else they did beat. It was another one of those last. That was what was the game where Vooch was mad? Because that was that
Washington?
It might have been Washington. So like they either have lost to or just barely beat some of the worst teams. But then again, that's playing down. That's also that playing down the competition because then they play and beat Denver and they play the other good teams harder. Now I think during those games they also have more of their team available.
Oh yeah, they were a competitive team at that point too.
Yeah. But you would think if a team has only won one game, you still have enough.
I mean, because Brooklyn didn't even have none of their best players either. So it wasn't like they were. And then Michael Porter Jr. looked like he was all over the place.
It makes it sound even worse the more we talk about. Because, they're.
It's that bad. Like the more you think about it, the losses, how they've lost, who they've lost to, they're bad. And partly due to injury, for sure.
Yeah.
Mostly due to injury, I'd say they're that bad. You know what I mean? So I don't think they lose all of these games with the healthy squad. I mean, which is kind of an easy observation to make, but I actually believe that. They wouldn't. We'd look. We'd be looking at a much better Bulls team. We wouldn't be the hot 6-1 team that we started out as, but I still think we'd be dancing with 500 a little bit closer than we are now, sitting at 9-13 or whatever, 9-12.
That's good. Still only 3 under. I still feel they're not as good as they were and they're not as bad as this. They're still going to find to be somewhere in the middle, but it's when are we going to have all of the pieces? Oh yeah,
who's ready to chalk the season up? No, Michael, I'm not going to tell you're wrong.
But if we chalk up the season, what are we going to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we still got to do this damn podcast, so
we torture ourselves.
Oh, we do. Gluttons for punishment.
But we get to reward ourselves on Sunday.
Well, let's hope. Shifting gears, going to the little NFL in your first place, top of the NFC, Chicago Bears. Who'd have thunk it?
Man, who would have thunk it? Not me.
Winning that game against Philly on the 1-year anniversary of Eberflus getting fired was just so special.
Last Black Friday, Eberflus was fired.
Yeah. And look where we are this Black Friday, how things change, all I can say is coaching matters. Coaching matters. And so far, Ben Johnson has done just about everything he said he was going to do. And he said they were going to be playing their best football in December. So we will see if that comes to pass. They're about to be healthier than they've been all year.
Because what's his name was limited today. TJ
Edwards.
Yeah, I think he was.
Okay, so he got out there though.
Yeah, he got out there. Well, and I was not a fan of Nashawn. I think it's Nashawn, right?
Mm-hmm.
Was not a fan of him, but he is
NFC Defensive Player of the Year of the week.
Yeah,
been through
great.
I'm sorry.
His catching ability is great.
Yeah, he's doing quite well, and he's been through some stuff, in his life, and gone through some hard times with his losing his coach and mentor, a month back, and so it's good to see him excelling for this team. And Ben Johnson, he's if he pulls this off like a successful team, I don't know what that looks like. I don't know if that's multiple Super Bowls, if that's just one, whatever. Even if it's just one, that's a successful team. If he pulls this off, he will be the man about this town.
Oh, yes.
The likes we haven't seen since like probably Ditka. I mean, like Bears, the Bears.
Yeah, because it's full city. Yeah.
The Bears being good is a bigger deal than any other team being good.
Yep. Very true. He'll
give up a play.
Yes, he will give up a big play. But one thing, he does give up a big play, but he does seem to come through. Like he'll make up for that bad play.
He makes up for it.
He will make up for that bad play like almost right away.
Kind of remind me of what Peanut used to do. Peanut earlier in his career would get burned, and then slowly he started like making good plays along with getting burned, and then he was making good plays and not getting burned so much at the end, but it just takes you a little bit of time to develop.
And that the way that, hey there, I see you, Charlie. The way that defense it is, they weren't that great, but kudos for having 0 linebackers and for them to play as well as they did with
shut that run game down for Philly. And you say what you want. Philly's in trouble, Philly's struggling, but any Bears team of old would have folded even just at the thought of playing the Super Bowl champions. And so to go into their house and win decisively the way they did, that was special.
That's a big deal.
That's a big deal. That's not luck. That was a well-coached, well-executed plan. Caleb did what he was supposed to do, what he was asked to do. He wasn't asked to carry the team with gaudy numbers or anything like that. He did what he was asked to do. And, and if you want to call that game management, I don't know why that has such a negative connotation to game management. Like, shit, like, if you can't manage a game, you're not going to win. I don't care how talented of a quarterback you are. If you can't manage a game, you're not going to win.
I think the difference now is that game managers are allowed to make a big play. Remember back in the day, got a bad rep because they never really took a chance. But game managers now
hand the ball off all the time.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But now they will occasionally, they'll get a good play action or something. They seem to be more capable of making a big play, as well as if it's just handed off for an entire series, no problem. And I think now game managers have the ability to do that. Game managers in the past, you really didn't want to see anything thrown too far because it might be a lame duck, or that's what it was thought that it would be.
These were, I guess maybe the talent level has changed for quarterbacks in general, and even your 7 to second stringers that are in the league. The talent level has changed.
Yeah. A lot of the second stringers can do both. Maybe not that well because that's why they're second stringers. But for a game or two.
You're right.
They can handle it. If it is just passing it off, and they can occasionally make a good play.
I mean, we saw what's his name in Baltimore, what he did to us.
Right. Wasn't he at the third string on that game?
Yeah, exactly.
And we haven't been embarrassing since.
Trent Dilfer was a game manager. Yeah. Who's the guy that won the Super Bowl in Tampa?
Yeah.
Brad.
Oh, Johnson? No.
Yeah, Brad Johnson. He's a game manager.
Yeah.
He's a game manager. Yeah.
And it's fine.
Yeah.
When your defense is good, that type of game manager, would work. You could win a
Mhm.
championship with that type of game manager if you had a good defense.
Yeah.
So, but I'm glad, with a young quarterback, they need to be a game manager.
Learn
They
how to play
have
the
the
game.
ability, have the ability to take a shot, but learn the game and learn how to manage the game.
The only one thing I question in their development of Caleb is that they still haven't brought in a veteran quarterback as maybe not second string, but at least as a third string. Just
like Case Keenum.
Not really. Like I wish the veteran guy was good enough to be the second string quarterback, that he could really still learn more from, but I don't know shit. So
they love Tyson Bagent too much.
They love him so much
that they would never, even if someone like that became available that could help, that could be a second coach.
Yeah, right? Like
nope, they love Tyson Bagent too much.
Way too much.
So maybe they need to find some backup quarterback who's kind of newly retired or whatever, or ready to get into coaching, and maybe make him a consultant.
Flacco.
Your job is
still throwing that thing.
Right. Your job is to follow Caleb around and just give him all the information. Tell him everything he's doing wrong and what you would have done. Because they'll buy it from you because you actually did it.
Absolutely.
And on a big stage.
That's right.
So the question now is Caleb just as talented as Jordan Love? Or do you see that he could be?
Yeah.
Do you think he'll be more talented?
I think he has. I think he's more talented than Jordan Love, but he's still got to put it together. He's still got work to do. Because talent only gets you so far, and you got to be able to put the X's and O's with it. And so right now, Jordan Love is still ahead of him on that. Just he's been in the league and he sat behind one of the greatest ever for some years, so
sure did. Yeah.
Yep.
So what's your prediction?
So actually I think the Bears compete, but I think they come up short in this one. But then in 2 weeks, they come back and win in Soldier Field. That's what my prediction is. Like I hate not picking the Bears at this point, but it's not reasonable to think they're going to win out either.
Right, exactly. Eventually,
they have to lose something at this point, and
I guess you don't want them to lose to the Browns. It would be better for them.
Right. I wish they wouldn't lose to anybody in the division, but between 2 games against Green Bay and 1 against the Lions, they're going to lose one of those 3 games. And so I would say they're going to lose one of them against Green Bay. And I would think this first one will be the one. Ben Johnson learns from it, comes back ready for the next matchup in Soldier Field. What about you? What's your prediction?
I think, see, now what you said made me rethink, because I'm like, that's a good point. I think they're gonna win, but it's gonna be one of those ugly wins. Last second something. Whether it's a last second score by the last whatever play.
They were that close from beating them twice last year. They did beat them the second time. Right. And they missed the field goal, the first one. So,
So, but you do make a good point. But I'm going to say the Bears squeeze one out.
All right.
But I also think then that does lead me to think that they may lose at home.
Right, because I'm not ready to imagine them winning both against Green Bay. I mean, sure, it can happen. It can happen.
Yeah,
It can happen.
But
But
then, like, will they beat the
where did the
Packers?
losses come from?
Right. They're not gonna. I can't. Shock of a lifetime if they went out. They're losing somewhere.
Somewhere.
Is it better to lose to a good team in the Packers over a bad team in the Browns? Is it more deflating to lose to a team that you should beat?
Yes. It's still more costly to lose to the team in your division.
So okay, then I'm going with they beat the Packers, they lose to the Browns.
I mean, it's like they lose to the Browns. It's not even going to be that big of a deal. Hell, look, I mean, Buffalo went and lost to Miami, and you know, like everybody has that. Any given Sunday, everybody has that team. Like, oh, they should have won that. I mean, we lost that first one to Minnesota. You know, like,
true.
You know.
Okay, Kristen, get off the fence. Okay, I'm going with the Bears beat the Packers.
All right, that's fine. Stick with your plan. I'm gonna say the Bears lose 2 more games the rest of the season. One against the Packers. Who else do they have?
Where they have 4 more games
against the Packers, the Lions, Browns.
What's their record right now? 10-3. Are they only 9-3?
Are they 9-3?
Isn't that a shame?
Oh, that's a damn shame. Yeah.
It might be that. Where are you, Gary? Chicago Bears. They are.
They're 9-3. Yes.
They're 9-3. So let's see. They play.
Niners. The Niners.
Niners. Okay.
The Niners. We got a.
I keep forgetting that they play them because whenever I'm naming them, I can never remember them.
Yeah, the Niners. We got a Sunday night game against the Niners.
Okay, and then they move. Then the Saturday night is the Packers on the 20th.
Yeah, and I have a choir performance I have to go to at 3:00 on Sunday. This Sunday.
That is so precious. Bowling will interrupt the game for us.
At least you'll have the TVs on though.
Yeah. Ooh, they have some of the worst TVs there.
Oh, really? Like old bowling alley TVs?
But then they have on the side, they have these TVs that are crystal clear, but they only show like news and advertisements.
Like who the hell? Oh, so it's like signage, digital signage.
There you go.
Okay, so it's not even like the TV.
But it looks just like a TV, and it is so crystal clear. Now, when you go further down the lanes, the TV's better. But some of them, like the picture's just blue, the picture's purple.
Oh wow!
Like TVs, you can get Black Friday. They could have got a whole bunch of new TVs for $40 each.
Yeah. Oh well. Well, I'll have my little earpiece in. You know, hopefully that she's not watching now. But all right. With that being said, it's about that time. Thank you all for joining us to talk some Bulls, Spit, and the Little Bears. Our first place, top of the NFC, Chicago Bears. There's nothing like it when the Bears are good. You know what I mean? That's the you know, a Bears Super Bowl win is bigger than any World Series, any NBA Finals, any Stanley Cup.
And that's the time where everybody comes together.
Everybody comes together. We're all on the same side with that one.
Yeah.
You know, whatever color, you know, whatever part of town, everybody comes out to support these usually lousy Bears. So good, better, best.
That's why we need to start ending the podcast.
Good, better. All right, I'll take my shirt off. No, I don't want to do that. All right, people. We'll catch you in 2 weeks. Hopefully, the Bears will still be in first place. Bear down, Bulls up, Chicago all day till the world blows up. Peace.
Bye.
This has been a Chicago Clubhouse Network production.